Okay, today is February 2025. There's loads of crazy stuff going on in the world. Part of it is AI. I want to talk about AI. And I want to talk about musicians and AI and composers and AI and creatives and producers. And I want to find out, are you using AI? I don't want to talk about how AI is stealing all our work, which it just opens up such a huge can of worms. But AI for me is reminding me of the time when CDs stopped being a thing and MP3s was the new thing. And everybody scrambled trying to hold on to physical media and CDs and hold on to the way that the record industry was. And it never went back. And I think something similar is going to happen with AI. And we're all going to be looking back going, I wish I dealt with that better. Instead of like waking up later on and going, AI it's just this thing that we can't change. It's here. It's happening. But what I really want to know is anybody using AI as a force for good? Has anybody embraced AI? Are you working with AI in some way that it's like, actually, this is making my creative work better and easier, and I'm able to create more and stuff is happening? Is that happening for you? It's not there yet for me, and I'm not anti using AI. I'm kind of anti using the obvious AI like the Sunos and the other ones that just make tracks that sound like other tracks, or making vocal lines that sound like other people. And so that, to me, that's kind of, I'm not really sure what the point of that is, other than saving time. And the guy, I don't know who he was, who came out and said that making music is boring, is like, what an idiotic thing to say. I mean, you're creating you're producing your work. This is not, people wouldn't do it if it was boring. But where I see AI going is, and where I would like it to go is, I spend 90% of my time here on my own, working in my studio on my own. And having an AI studio assistant would be amazing. It's like, like in Iron Man, when Jarvis is there and he can just say, make me 4 audio tracks and give me this signal chain with all these specific plugins. And then to be able to analyze audio and say, have you looked at the EQ here? Maybe a little compression could work here. A little AI assistant who's going to help you out on some of these tough decisions. Or when it could really get cool is if you're orchestrating something and you have a melody and chords, and you can ask your AI assistant for tips on orchestration and say, well, I want an orchestration like, what would Tchaikovsky do here? And they could provide maybe a whole list of ideas that you could go, okay, well, I'm gonna use this string inversion for this chord here. I'm going to use these brass stabs from over here, and have your AI help you to implement those things instead of going off doing everything for you and going, right. Because how I work with ChatGPT, you feed something into it and then it gives you something back, and then you have to refine it, and then you have to feed it into another AI and get that back and then refine it. And it gets you maybe 70% of the way there, but it still needs your input. It still needs you to be the creative the creative flow, the creative motivation behind it all. That's the way I see it happening. I like this symbiotic relationship between technology and humans. And I want to look at it from that point of view. I want to look at it from a place where this is helping my creativity and this is helping me to produce art and things that I am really proud of, but that I don't feel are just counterfeit rip-offs of, or like soulless AI like stuff, just reams of stuff. This sounds really strange. It's really strange to be talking about this. I never thought I would see this happen. And when I think of the way humans and technology interact in kind of that science fiction way, there is always, on the one hand, you have like the impending doom of Terminator, but then on the other hand, you have this kind of utopian version with Star Trek, where they just ask the computer for help with things, and the computer runs tests, gives them back the information they need, and they work seamlessly together. And they're not taken over by it. They work in harmony with it. And yeah, very long-winded, but that's what I want to hear from you. Are you working with something? Have you found any apps that have enhanced your creativity? Are you working with something that's like, yes, this, I finally be able to express myself the way I've always wanted to? Or obviously there's a whole conversation about the downfall of AI and what it's doing to copyrighted material and the ethics of it all. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. That is a whole conversation in and of itself, and it's one that needs to be had and discussed. But what I'm really looking to find out is the positive side of it. Like, what have you found that's working for you? What do you think are the cool areas of AI? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.